ready, get set, because it's
time to go with the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. With your host with the most, the man voted most likely to smoke out with a Yeti, Mr. Brian Brown. Mr. Brian Brown. Now sit back and relax, because it's time to go live across the world. Because it's 420 Somewhere.
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Welcome to It's 420 Somewhere podcast. I'm your host, Brian Brown. And what this is, what you've stumbled into, is the craziest, the wildest, the wackiest 420 countdown show known in the history of 420 countdown shows, guys. That's right. We got all the laugh. I'm not feeling like laughing today, though. I'm grumpy today, guys. Computer's giving me trouble. Everything freaking is falling apart. Oh, man, but we're going to get through it, guys. Oh, we're going to get through it. All right. How's everyone doing, guys? It is Movie Monday, and today we are looking at the Universal monster movie Wolfman, guys. I'm excited about this one. We've been looking at Universal monsters all month. It's going to be a good one, guys. It's going to be a good one. Let's get into a little roll call and see how everyone's doing. What do we got going on, guys? We got Mojave Martian in the house. How's it going? We got Nancy in the house. How you doing, Nancy? Fight for Freedom. How you doing, Chantel? Honey Nut Heroin. How's it going? Oh, man. We got Chris Zucchini. How you doing, Chris? Supernova Mike in the house. Mojave Martian. And then we got... What up, Dank? We got Yo Cholo, Felix from the Mod Squad in the house, guys. And we got Baker. Oh, man, we got a good one, guys. We got a good one. Universal Monsters. Getting close to Halloween time. Tomorrow, guys, on the 710 show. I didn't do the 710 this morning. I had a bunch of stuff going on. Computer wasn't working with me this morning. We are going to be looking at the craziest Halloween costumes of 2023. That's right. Halloween's coming, guys. We're going to be getting into all the craziness, all the wild costumes. I don't know if you guys seen over on the Dank Nation page on Facebook. We did one of those spirit. Hey, what's up, Eric? How you doing? One of those spirit Halloween memes, you know, with the costume, and it was the dirty bong. Check that over on the Dank Nation page, guys. The dirty bong. That's right. Who's going as a dirty bong for Halloween? Oh, man. Oh, I need a 420, guys. I'm telling you. What is that? What the hell? Oh, it's a bag. I kept seeing this thing. I'm like, what is that down there? It's just a trash bag. All right. Anyway, guys. Before we jump into 420, guys, we got about 4 minutes. I want to talk about a passing. Some of you won't know this gentleman. Some of you will. Hey, Callie Baker, how you doing? Don Laughlin. I don't know if everyone's familiar with Don Laughlin. Don Laughlin was a casino-eer, casino entrepreneur. He created Laughlin, Nevada. Don Laughlin. He opened the first casino in Laughlin, Nevada, the Riverside Casino. At the time, it was just this little, I'm going to go get so baked when my tolerance break is done. For now, it's Cheetos and Natty Ice. Wow, Natty Ice. You're going old school. I used to work for Budweiser, and we sold the heck out of some Natty Ice, man. So Don Laughlin was this, the main reason for Laughlin. He started before there was a bridge, before there was boats. He had a nice little casino, if you will, restaurant, casino. Fried chicken was the big thing over there. Monday was okay. Weekend was good. Monday was okay. I'm not glitching, man. Oh, been messing with the computer all day trying to get it to not glitch. So Don Laughlin responsible for that. I remember, man, when I was a kid growing up, that's where the movies was. You had to go across the river, all the way around. It was a long way back then, and it was a room with like casino chairs and the poor man's high life. They had a casino like upright, like the one I'm sitting in, and that was the movie theater. They had the projector, and it was 99-cent movies. That was their thing at the Riverside. It was 99-cent movie, 99-cent chicken buffet, 99-cent some other kind of buffet. Um, and that's how they freaking kind of blew up, man. And then other casinos started following. And Don Laughlin, I mean, the Riverside became one of the biggest casinos in Laughlin. He built the bridge. He built it right in front of the casino, which, I mean, why wouldn't you if you're paying for it? So, yeah, man, entrepreneur, mogul, Don Laughlin passes away, guys. If you don't know who he is, Google him. It's worth the look. He had a very fascinating life. Helicopter pilot. You know, he always reminded me of someone who sold their soul to the devil. He just had that look about him. I guess his deal ran up. I guess the contract is up, guys. All right. What's everyone getting into today, guys? I am getting into some Elion. I'm getting into the $5 eighths that they had over there at the healing center, guys. I don't have one with me right now, or I'd open it up and give it to you and show you. But I dabble some crumble on top of that, sandwich it in there, get the bong out, and do it, guys. I would do it right now, but I'll be coughing for the next 20 minutes. But what I want to know is what you guys are getting into. Who's smoking? Who's drinking? Now, we got Natty Ice right there. Who's drinking? Who's smoking? Who's got those flaming hot Cheetos? Who's got that Northern Lights? Who's got that Southern Comfort? Wait, that's something different. Who's got those snacks, man? I got some Rice Krispie treats, guys. Got some Capri Suns. You know I'm chilling. Blow up those comments. Diamonds in a dab rig. Nice. Gotta love diamonds in a dab rig. You're richer than me. You can afford the extra O's. All right, guys, whatever you're doing, inhale that positivity, exhale that negativity, guys. Let's shake it off like Taylor Swifty, and let's get into 420. And boom, how was your 420? Let's see, we got a story. I actually have a story to tell. A while back, we went up to Laughlin with a buddy, and I could have swore we saw him. For some reason, we chased him or a random old guy all over the riverside. He hung out there all the time. It was his home. He had Don Laughlin had a suite up on top. I actually had been there as a kid. I was friends with I went to school with Don Laughlin, or John Laughlin, I'm sorry, his grandson. Um, good guy, good guy. I haven't seen him in many, many years, but yeah, John Laughlin I went to school with, and we would go up. They had a trampoline on the very top, and you could jump on. It was kind of cool. I went up there a couple times. It was fun. But yeah, he was always running around down there. He really liked the dance. He liked the line dance of all things, and so he would hang out at that country bar they had up there all the time. I think he was a championship dancer. Like he champion dancer. Like he won championships and stuff. He had a little interesting life, man. The one to really get into the story is him and Betty Laughlin. Believe has she passed? I believe she passed before him. They were divorced, but they weren't, for the money. And there was some clashes. I worked there for a while. Failed on making the CBD gummies. I saw, really. I thought that gummies would be hard to mess up on. Maybe not. I never made them, especially CBD. I would imagine there's a lot more components to it. But yeah, Don Laughlin used to run around the casinos all the time. Interesting story before we get into the meat and potatoes, main course, if you will. Budweiser. So years ago, many, many years ago, a Budweiser rep, and I worked for Budweiser, so I heard the story. Budweiser rep went into the Riverside, and he did something. No one really knows what he did, but he pissed off Don Laughlin so much that Don Laughlin threw Budweiser out of the casino completely for years, for many, many years, like decades. And he went as far as to be so bitter that he made Riverside Light. He made his own beer. So when people asked for a Budweiser, they would hand him a Riverside Light and be like, no, but this is our house beer. No, but this is our house beer. Like just over and over. How petty is that? Like, I love it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing the man. I mean, but man, yeah, that's like a Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm thing. I'm just going to freaking I'll make my own beer just to spite you. Oh man, guys. All right, I'm going to get into a top 5 list before we start. This thing, we always do the top 5, guys. So what we going to do right now, guys, is the top 5 Halloween movies of all time. We're going to do the top 5. I'm going to see if you guys agree with these. And if you have any suggestions, let my list. This is off of timeout.com. Timeout.com. All right, guys. First up, let me get some graphics going for you guys here. First up on the top 5 Halloween movies of all time. This is what you guys need to be watching this Halloween, guys. We got the big build up going. It's going to be scary, guys. Oh, there goes the glitch. Speaking of scary. All right, guys. Number 5. All right, glitch is gone. We got a movie that you guys might not have seen. This is a more newer movie. This is Hereditary. You son of a gun. Ad got me. An ad got me. The movie Hereditary, guys. This is from just 2018, I believe. I have not seen this yet, but you're watching a modern horror classic when the sudden decapitation of a child is only like the 4th most shocking thing to happen in a movie. Oh my God. Another good indicator, the movie is directed by Ari Aster, the New York horror wonderkind, established himself as a master of the genre right off the gate with this deeply disturbing, that's right, guys, deeply disturbing and unsettling debut feature about a family collapse under the weight of its own buried secrets. You'll be thinking about it far longer than it is good for your mental well-being. I've heard nothing but good things about Hereditary, guys. I would definitely, I'm going to jump on this Halloween weekend or whatever. We're watching scary movies. I need to watch Hereditary. I've not seen it yet. All right, guys, now we're going old school. We're going to go to number 4, which I like to call, if I can get the graphic going, Number 4 is this computer. All right. Number 4 is The Thing, guys, 1982. It's time to realize that John Carpenter eventually outdid Halloween. The 1951 version of The Thing is generally considered superior, but we prefer Carpenter's brilliant paranoid remake, which is both more faithful to its source. That's going to be the John Campbell yarn, Who Goes There, and less clumsy, I guess, disposition, if you will. It also features the grossest special effects ever to be committed to film. Now, if you guys don't know what they're talking about, there's a scene in The Thing where I believe his intestines come out of his mouth. Um, Yeah, it's bad. It's classic. I almost walked out of Vitch. Really, almost walked out of which? Oh man, it's a great movie. You know what? It's a little slow. At the beginning, I liked it, but it isn't action packed. It's more suspenseful. Broke the main stem. Now I only have one left. Oh, Lonnie, you broke a stem. Oh no. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen The Thing, man, this is where his guts just come flying out. Oh, it's a bad scene, man. That's as a kid is where I learned that you have so many miles of intestines or something like that, a quarter mile of intestines, whatever the fun fact is when you're in fourth grade. That's where I learned that you have all that intestines is coming from that. All right, number 3, guys. We got Number 3 is, the classic, guys, 1982 Poltergeist. We just talked about this not too long ago, guys. You want to know when a movie's scary is when the actors die filming it. That's how you know it's scary. Ghost Stories got a high-tech makeover in this punishing suburban smash. Now, seen as a secret critic of American materialism, your TV set will eat you. It's all the more surprising that it was ghost directed by friendly producer Steven Spielberg. I forgot about that. Production values were lavish, including some early blue screen work and stunning lighting. The possession of a toy clown remains the unforgettable scare. Oh, that clown and the trees come busting in. Who remembers that? Oh man, who had nightmares as a kid about that, guys? Oh, so many. I don't know this next one, guys. This next one, number 2, might be a sleeper. It might be there we go. Number 2. All right. It might be one that we need to watch. This is called Suspiria, 1977. This is Dario Argentino's grim fairy tale that doesn't sound like much on paper. A timid American dancer enrolls in a spooky European ballet academy and soon discovers strange phenomena are afoot. But that simple premise allows the Gallo master plenty of room to stretch out, splattering the screen with unreal colors, staging some gnarly death scenes, and blowing out eardrums via the truly hair-raising score from the spooky Italian prog rocker Goblin. Um, yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of this movie. I have to check it out. Might have to check it out. And then, guys, last but not least, and I kind of agree with this because I also feared this movie after watching it as a kid. This is number 1, guys, and it is same as Heath Ledger. Everyone says died while filming Batman. No, he died after. This one is the OG 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, guys. This is a scary ass movie. To think that there's people out there like this that will really cut you up, like these backwoods people. You go way deep in the Golden Valley past Charlie's house, and man, it gets pretty nuts out there. To think that, that it's kind of based off of Ed. Not Ed Gell. Is it Ed Gell? Might be Ed Gell, I think is the name. I imagine I remembered that. Man, you know what scene did it for me is when they pick up the hitchhiker in the beginning. And he's like, "Hey guys, ever eat head cheese?" And he starts cutting himself. That freaked me out. I remember me and my best friend growing up, Pat Olson, great guy. Patrick is what he goes by now. Patrick Olson, living his best life. He's a music instructor at Cambridge University. Really good guy. We used to be all horror movie aficionados, and we would try to rent all the movies, stay up all night. You guys know how it is. The movie that scared me was as a kid, 8 to 10 years old, was K9, starring Jim Belushi. Lonnie, what? Oh, Cujo, not K9. Oh, Kevin lives in Texas. If he invites you to dinner, I would pass. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, man, that scene freaked me out. That whole movie freaked me out. Like you can just see the grunge and the sweat and the oh man, that movie is crazy. That movie is crazy. And they start laughing. Remember that scene where they're like, "Save me." She like finds someone and they're like, "Save me, save me." And they start making fun of her. Oh man, that's an intense movie. I would say that was probably one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. If I'm giving you my list, the movie that freaked me out the most as an adult ish. I was like 24, 25. I got to say the Blair Witch Project. I know you guys are going to say, no, 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 Brian, you're crazy. Cujo is a great movie and great book. I love Cujo. Um, what was I saying? Oh, um, Blair Witch Project. So I was about 24, 25 when that came out. And I had watched the night before a sci-fi documentary on the Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi Channel was new, and it was a documentary about the Blair Witch, not about the movie, but about the actual Blair Witch. Like they made this fake documentary about it, and I bought it as it was real. They had lawyers and doctors and professionals. Like it was a straight documentary. So I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And then they found this footage. Oh man! So I roll into the theater, and I'm thinking this is real. I'm like, what the fuck? And I go home, and I swear to God, every little outside the house. We lived with my grandma at the time, who lived out in Mojave Valley, which is kind of a rural area, and big lots. You know, you have like acre lots and stuff. So your neighbor was a little ways away, but like it was, open. So like every little noise I heard, I'm like, fucking Blair Witch. She knows I watched it. She knows I'm onto her. She's coming to get me. And this one, I'm like 26. That was by far probably one of the scariest movies. And then Jaws, of course, as a kid. Jaws did it, man. I didn't want to go into the hot tub because Jaws could pop up out of there. I had one of those giant inflatable killer whales. You guys know what I'm talking about? That I would float on. But, oh, he's going to come alive and eat me. Nope, nope, no. Brian, I agree with you about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The way they maneuvered the camera around the table, focused on the laughing and her fear. Yeah, that was. Oh God, The Hills Have Eyes. Woo, Mojave Martian. That's an intense one. Oh my God. If I hadn't seen that in the theater, I don't know if I would have made it through it. I probably would have turned it off. And man, Eric, you're totally right. Texas Chainsaw, that where they're moving the camera and you just see the desperation in her face, and she's all dirty. Help me! And then they just like maniac laugh at her. Oh man, Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors, the scene where the girl track mark starts saying "feed me." Oh, I forgot about that. You know what I almost bought one time for a prop was that glove. Do you remember Freddy's glove, and it had all the needles on it instead of the razors, and he's like, "Come get some," or whatever he says. Yeah, that by far is probably one of the best ones. All right, guys, let's get into this Universal monster. We're just sitting here chit chatting. Let's see here. Boom. Make some room here. Bear with me, guys. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. All right. Hang on 1 second, guys. That's not the one I wanted either. Ah, there we go. So now the Wolfman, guys. I wanted to cover this one because last week we covered we had Aurora Hayes cover the top 5 Universal monster movies of all time that we agree with, and the Wolfman was on one of them. And I don't know, you guys remember us talking about Lon Chaney? Well, the Wolfman. Make sure I got this right before before I go spooing off. Let me make sure before I start spitting out my facts. What monsters did Lon Chaney Jr. play? I believe he was the Wolfman, but I just want to make sure before. Yeah, okay, we're good. Okay. Want to make sure I got my facts right for you guys. All right. So the Wolfman, there's the glitch. All right. The Wolfman is played by Lon Chaney Jr. This was Lon Chaney's son. You remember Lon Chaney? He played the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and he played the Phantom of the Opera. He was like the actor of his time. He was a physical comedian. Lon Chaney said, at first, what do I win? Oh, you do win, Lonnie. Give me a minute. You caught me off guard. Lon Chaney. Even Deliverance is Deliverance is a really scary movie. A really scary movie. Is a really scary movie. So Lon Chaney Jr. Was the son of Lon Chaney, and do you remember he was married to a woman who had the baby, and she was a singer who cheated on him, and he tried to get her fired from the carnival or whatever they were a part of, and she came out during his comedy act, and she drank bleach. Or no, drink acid on the thing, and then she was committed. And I'm pretty sure Stephen King doesn't even remember writing Cujo, and the old school Texas Chainsaw Massacre scene. Oh man, yeah, all the chickens. Yeah. I saw a movie with my nephew. Don't remember the name, but Collie's kids get stuck in a cabin. One girl walks off and gets attacked and violated by violence. Is that Army of Darkness, where the trees grab the girl? That's a horrible scene. I hate that scene. Oh, one of the worst ever. Evil Dead. Evil Dead. That's what that was. Original OG Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell. So Lon Chaney Jr., the Wolfman, was the son of Lon Chaney. And, his mom was committed. Lon Chaney had died. He was lost, man. He was trying to figure out what to do. He lost some respect for his dad when he figured out his mom wasn't dead, and then reconnected with her. But he still idolized his dad. Still wanted to walk in his dad's footsteps. And so enter the Wolfman, guys, here on Movie Monday. Hey, you know what? We got to do the graphic. Maybe. All right. Yeah, so he wanted to follow in his dad's footsteps, guys. He wanted to go into Hollywood. So we would talk about him on Movie Monday. All right, guys. It's Movie Monday. Lonnie, what you were saying about that in the movie with the girls in front of you, I went and saw The Hangover by myself. I was excited about it, man. It was the first day it came out. It was like one of those weird Friday 11 a.m. shows. I was already at the near the theater. Hey, Harley, what's happening, Holly? Um, and I went to go see The Hangover, and it was me and a bunch of snowbirds. Which, if you guys don't live in our area, we call snowbirds people who live like in Wisconsin, back east, and then they come to the West Coast for the winter, so they don't have to deal with the snow and all the stuff. And they drive their RVs, and they can be a real pain in the butt sometimes. Not all of them. If you're watching and you're a snowbird, um, and I went to go see The Hangover. Me and a bunch of like 70-year-olds, and I was probably in my early 30s. And there was a scene where they pull up to the school to pick up whoever, and I think it's pick up Bradley Cooper. And Zach Galifianakis said, "Hey, are we gonna be here long? I'm not allowed within so many feet of a school." And I let out the biggest belly laugh in the theater, but no one else laughed. No one else laughed. And all of a sudden, I'm the weirdo who thought that was funny. The Handover 3, the Piece of the Lady Boys, member, was a couple of 12-year-olds in front. Oh, man. I'll tell you the time about the Annabelle movie, too, if I haven't told you guys that one. But let's get into Monday, guys, and let's talk all things the Wolfman and Lon Chaney Jr., guys. If I can get this thing to work. There we go. The Wolfman. Ba, ba, ba. All right, guys. The Wolfman, Beneath the Fur. This cannabis-friendly deep dive into the Universal Monsters Wolfman, guys. That's right. How do you turn into a Wolfman? You smoke an eighth of Elion and on a full moon with some wax, and you'll be the Wolfman. So, ladies and gentlemen, stoners and aficionados of classic cinema, prepare to embark on the journey to the eerie, mysterious world, mystique world of Universal. I'll get it out, guys. Universal Monsters, the Wolfman. This deep dive into this legend is designed for us cannabis-friendly audience, guys. So roll one up, grab your popcorn, grab your dab, grab your salsa, your THC salsa here, and let's unravel the mysteries behind the hair-raising tale of the cursed Larry Talbot, guys. All right, the birth of a classic. Released in 1941, The Wolfman was a pivotal addition to the Universal Monster Universe. Following the success of Dracula and Frankenstein, starring the charismatic Lon Chaney Jr. as Larry Talbot, the film introduced audiences to a new breed of horror, the werewolf. Now, you guys know we talked about Lon Chaney, and this is Lon Chaney. You know, he was super eager to be kind of like part of his dad's deal, you know, like his dad was a legend. And he wanted to follow in those footsteps. And in come a great opportunity, the Wolfman. You know, Universal Studios knew Lon Chaney. They loved him. He put their name on the map. So least they could do is bring his son in, and his son did not fail, guys. Yeah. Sorry, I just got a text there, guys. Yeah. So let's go into Larry Tablet's plight, guys. So Larry Tablet returns to his ancestral home in Wales and becomes embroiled in a string of gruesome murders. After a fateful encounter with a werewolf, Larry is bitten, marking the beginning of his cursed existence. As the moon waxes, he undergoes a horrifying transformation, becoming the Wolfman, a creature of primal instinct. You know, so this is pretty much a basic story. You guys kind of know, you know, the Wolfman covers basic full moon, silver bullets. I don't believe silver bullets was a thing in here. I was supposed to be Lon Chaney the Fifth. I almost got kicked out of The Nun in a really scary scene, part one, sneezed real loud and scared a bunch of people. It was hilarious. Did it involve a flute? Mojave, it was a trombone. A tromboner. Oh man, you guys are crazy. So yeah, the Wolfman took a very simple premise. Guy who gets bitten by a wolf or another werewolf and turns into a werewolf himself, but only on full moons. So he's a man dealing with this 29 days a year. And then that 30th day hits and he's got to figure it out, guys. Cannabis and connection. One of the key aspects of the Wolfman that resonates with our cannabis-friendly audience here, guys, or the Dank Nation, is the idea of a dual nature. Just like Larry Talbot struggles with his inner beast, many cannabis users understand the duality of human nature and the potential of transformation brought on by their substance of choice. Yeah, guys, I mean, we're all super everyday users here. I don't think anybody is a light user here. There's times, and you could say that with coffee. You could say that with cigarettes. You don't get your morning fix. Wow, turn into the wolf man. I tried out for a movie once. They said I'd be perfect for a monster movie. I was already scared to look at. Oh, the jokes are flying today, guys, flying. So yeah, so that's the simple premise of the Wolfman. Um, you know, I definitely could feel that. I could definitely feel. I'm more of a. I mean, I'm a lightweight, so I don't smoke nearly as much as people think, which is good. Saves you some money. Saves you some money. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I've always felt like more of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde guy. But I guess, the Wolfman is in that same vein. Wait, this is a weed show? um, that's funny. Um, so, I definitely, I could be the normal guy, then all of a sudden when Dr. Hyde or Dr. Jekyll comes out. Or is it Mr. Hyde? When Mr. Hyde comes out, you got to watch out. So I could definitely see how the two connections, when you get high, boy, woo, the full moon, you're ready to go out and tear things up. Definitely. Most of the time I don't feel it, LOL, but I smoke a lot. Oh, that's funny. All right. Up next here. Lon Chaney's Jr. iconic portrayal. So, I mean, he really killed this thing, man. Lon Chaney Jr. performance as Larry Talbot and his Lupine alter ego is nothing short of legendary. Just as Bela Lugosi defined Dracula, Chaney left an indelible mark on the Wolfman character. His portrayal captured the internal struggle and torment of the cursed individual, making Larry's plight one of empathy and tragedy. Yeah, it could have really went both ways. You could have really looked at him as just a monster, but since you saw him as human, you saw his facial expressions, you saw him in pain. It really translated well, and that was all Lon Chaney Jr. The Universal Monster Legacy, guys. The Wolfman contributed to the Universal iconic monster legacy along Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Mummy. Its success led to several sequels and crossovers, further establishing the Wolfman as a beloved figure in horror folklore. The psychology of the transformation. The Wolfman's transformation, often paralleled with substance-induced experiences, opens the door to explore psychological aspects of change and self-discovery. For cannabis users, this film serves as a reflection of the transformation journeys they embark when indulging. The lycanthropic symbolism. Werewolves have been used as symbolism in literature and cinema for centuries. The Wolfman, the transformation from man to beast, can be seen as a metaphor for inner demons, addiction, and unpredictability of human nature, a theme that resonates with our cannabis-friendly audience and most people worldwide, guys. What's going to be the Wolfman's legacy, maybe? While the Wolfman may not have received as much attention from the Universal Monsters world, or Universal Monsters universe, his enduring appeal and portrayal of internal struggle have earned it a special place in the hearts of horror fans and cannabis enthusiasts alike. A film to watch high, guys. If you have not seen this, The Wolfman provides an ideal backdrop for cannabis-fueled movie night. The suspenseful atmosphere, the memorable characters, the timeless storytelling create a cinematic experience that's perfectly complemented by the relaxation and introspection that cannabis often brings. All right, guys. In conclusion, The Wolfman is not just a horror classic. It's a mirror to our own struggles, transformation, and dualities. For our cannabis-friendly audience, this film offers a thought-provoking, visual stimulating, and emotionally charged experience. So the next time you light up and settle in for a movie night, consider revisiting or seeing The Wolfman for the first time, guys, and let the howls of a classic horror film take you on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. But be careful. You could get a hairy. Ha 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 ha. That's right, guys. You could get a little hairy. That was like perfect timing for that to click on too. Oh man, I also gave him the Martian moon. Oh man, the Martian moon. I love it. I love the Martian moon. That's awesome. I want some weed from the movie Half Baked. They're good. Harley, I don't think Brian would enjoy it as much as Kevin, but you never know. Oh, you guys rock, man. You guys rock. All right, guys. This week we have um a Halloween horror pack, guys. So on Friday, I want all the way through Friday, guys. Hashtag Halloween. You're gonna want to get it. There's autographs from the movie Halloween on the Strode Realty sign. I threw in a bunch of gimmicks with it, guys. Cups, stickers. You're gonna like this a lot. All you horror fans out there. So get in hashtag Halloween, guys. And then we also got the Elvira Funko Pop coming next week, guys. Autographed by Elvira herself. She even went like that when she did it. Hey, Brian, did you? I did, Lonnie, and I appreciate that. I was in Havasu driving, and I will reply to it, man. Thank you for checking in on me, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. All you guys really rock. I appreciate. We're family, man. We're family, and I appreciate when you guys know I'm having a bad day, checking in on me. And then don't forget the Elvira Funko Pop, guys. That's coming up next week. And then the big ass prize, the superhuman Halloween, guys. It's going to be a horror extravaganza gift pack. I will talk more about that this week, guys. We got a lot of stuff. So hashtag Daily Dank on that. That's how you get in on the big ass monthly prize. So we got Halloween, Elvira, and we got Daily Dank. The Daily Dank or Daily Dank, I'll take either one of them, guys. And then, we're going to have appetizers. We're going to have a whole mess of stuff going on, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, guys. Oh, man, I just had a rough morning. My shoulder was on fire this morning, man. And then the computer wouldn't work. I was all glitchy everywhere. I think I got that figured out for the most part. But yeah. So guys, we're still rolling. We're still rolling. We got November to Dismember coming up, guys. Can't miss that for nothing. All right. So appreciate each and every one of you guys. Love you guys. Family, guys. How we do it? Something like that. Family, guys. Remember what Stitch would say? Family. That's right. Appreciate you guys. You guys rock, man. All right, Chris, have fun with that natty ice. I'm going to go light up. I appreciate you guys. You guys rock. 7:10 a.m., the worst Halloween costumes of 2023. We got some doozies. Does your sponsor deliver out of state, or is it just a Daily Dank discount code? I wish we could ship, man. When it goes federal, I think it's all good. It's all good. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being patient with me, man. I try. Sometimes Dr. Hyde or Mr. Jekyll comes out, whatever it is, guys. All right, I will see you in the morning. The worst Halloween costumes of all time, guys. All right, you know we're going to have a good one. All right, appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the morning. See ya.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com.
Check out our merchandise and amazing content.
And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Wolfman! Ah! We'll see you.